you want to be a YouTuber. You know, at times I hate technology. Oh, geez. Look at that sun. My goodness. All right, hang on. You know, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the DOXXreport on my quiet, lovely, beautiful, peaceful, affordable, comfortable, golfing, and sunny retirement community affectionately known as...
Del Boca Vista.
Thank you, Frank. At least something went right. Retired here, 72 years of age in a month or two. United States citizen and a recipient of Medicare payments, living in Central Florida. This is my personal YouTube channel, vlog, citizen journalism account, and just about anything else I would like it to be. I want it to be. Thank you for joining me. Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility, and serenity when I can get it. I couldn't figure out my audio. I'm like, every time I streamed, and you can, oh, hang on. You can see that. You can see the phone there in the window. Oh, they're golfing. And I usually get sound out of the iPhone, so I did that first stream, and there was no sound. I got to have my music, or I'm not going to do it. It relaxes me. One comment. What do we have here? Rich Mitch. Hey, Docs. There it is. Hope you can hear me. Rich Mitch. So, anywho. Oh, man, it was cold last night. Is lecture meant to be speak? Okay, hang on. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Goodbye. You timed out. You can come back. You can join the Jackson Bob show, but I have nothing to do with you. Palanca says, hello, Docs. Hey, Palanca. So anyway, beautiful. Oh, it was like 30 degrees this morning, and the heat pump was auxiliary power. And if I understand it, but once it gets up to kind of close to the temperature, then it kind of just works the heat pump. But I don't know. I mean, you got to have it. At least we're going to get a sunset today. 56 degrees. Oh, that can't be right. 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That would be 13 degrees Celsius. Humidity 28%, wind 2 kilometers per hour. That would be 1 mile per hour. So, as they go off. So I went out there in the cold. I streamed with Morty yesterday. He did a 10, did he do a 10? Yeah, 10-hour show. I jumped off at 11:30 and went to bed. I got 4 hours sleep. Got up at 2:30. Because the termite guys are coming. And it's not guy. I thought it was 2 vehicles. It's one guy. You talk about efficiency. So I had the attic done and the perimeter done. Chatted with him. I really don't understand it. All I know is I'm covered. You know. I'm covered for all the species and upstairs, subterranean, and the main floor, and the attic. So he got here at 9:30. A pretty cool guy, an older guy, and knows what he's doing. And I said, where do you want to start? Up in the attic? Because the access is in the garage. And he goes, no, I'm going to do the perimeter. So I asked him a few questions. And he showed me, he put out 28 baits around the perimeter, and he had a gas-powered drill, and he just goes down, and then he just steps on the thing, and that's the attractant to the termite, termite a go-go, so they eat that, go back to the nest, and they don't even, kills them in the nest. So I'm all for that. And so I went out there and counted them. I know where they are. There's 28. And then he showed me how he inspects them every year, and they've got when you do the landscaping, how do you find them? Because they're level with the ground. He's got a metal detector, and he can find them, and then he pops the lid off. He's got a special tool, and he pulls out the bait stick. And if it's degraded to a certain amount, then they just replace it. So I thought it was kind of interesting. And I said, "You're going to inspect this every year?" And he goes, "Yeah." Okay. And I said, "What if you find termites on it?" And he goes, "Well, we'll just make a report on it, but we want them to eat it because then they take it back to the nest." So I don't know. And then I told him what the other guy told me, and there's a little disagreement there. All I know is I got the upgraded policy now, and instead of $138 a month, it's $250 a month. And then he went up. No, excuse me, not $250 a month, $250 a year. $138 a year for the bond, and now it goes to $250 because I got the upgraded plan, which I don't mind having. I mean, it's insurance, and I got some paperwork on it, and just make a file, put it in the iMac. So then he goes up in the garage, up the ladder, up into the garage, the attic, and I said, spray it down good, and he said, "I am, it's some kind of mist or a liquid he puts on all the wood up there. I hope they don't make it up to that, but I got the upgraded plan, so that's cool." So I was kind of dragging, and then as soon as I showered, I felt better, and then I ate, and I thought I just will get a stream in because I am going to crash tonight. So Morty had an interesting show, and I just don't like doing panels. I don't want. There's some people I'm not debating anybody. I went back and kind of looked at the transcript. I don't, if you don't want to believe, I am not a creationist. It's not a matter of semantics. It's intelligent design. There's intelligence behind all life, creation of life, and the universe, because it's too precise, it's too complex, and you can't have that by randomness. It just doesn't happen. It's too complex. It's like finding an iPhone. It's like, or the old watchmaker, you find a watch. No. In fact, I don't even want to get into it. It's like trying to convince somebody the United States landed on the moon. If you don't want to believe it, fine. I don't want to talk to you. I mean, I'm not trying to convert anyone to anything, okay? I don't know if you've heard about this comic writer, this Dilbert. He's a really funny comic, Dilbert series strip. I haven't seen it for a while because I don't have a paper, so I don't. Anyway, all these Christians are contacting him and say, "Oh, you gotta come to Jesus. Come to Jesus." That's not who I am. I don't even. My thing is how's your life going? I mean, heaven is here and it is now. It's not yes, there's an after death state, but it didn't really say that in the Bible. That's not how I interpret it. And I had to look up what it means to be a Christian. And it says, I didn't want to get into this, but, I'm on the thing. I'm a little agitated because I couldn't get the sound. I go, what? You step away and you do all the updates, and I got some software for a virtual microphone. I go, what the hell is going on? So I hope you heard that, okay? Heard of the anthropological principle? No, but I'll look it up. I don't mind doing that. Let's go to Grok. But if you can't put it in a simple language, then you really don't understand it. Well, you believe in this principle. Well, just briefly, what's the principle? All right, Grok. Anthropological principle. It's a key idea in cosmology, physics, and philosophy. It addresses the striking observance that the universe's physical laws, constants, large-scale properties appear remarkably fine-tuned. Yeah, beyond astronomically fine-tuned. And they've even written a book on it. And it upset the scientists because they had to come up with a multiverse. Say, there's a lot of universes being made, so it had to get one right. See, I don't believe that. In essence, we have key formulations. Whatever. I mean, there are books on this. It's fine. It's highly fine-tuned, and it's another intelligence. I don't think you have design and order and beauty without intelligence. Now, I don't go from there directly into come to Jesus. All right, that's two separate things. There's a lot of ideas, but if your life is not doing well, and you'd like to get off the gaming console, you search for God. That's fun, isn't it? If you want to know. If you don't want to know, and if you're just a smart ass, then just stay away from it. It would only harm you. But anyway, what did I have? I don't have notes, but I make folders. Let's see, and I want to say that. I don't want to say that. I'm not going to go there. I had a whole show planned on something, and I just thought, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. A Christian, yeah, because somebody called me, I think maybe it was Mookie, was the Central Florida, what is it? What's that cult down in Texas? I can't think of the name of it. See, a Christian is fundamentally a follower of Jesus Christ. Basic definitions. Let's see, where did I? Okay, let's see. It's giving, because it's aggregating a bunch of terms: disciples, believers, brethren, saints. Okay, here it is. A true Christian is someone who has personally put their faith and trust in Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior and Lord. Okay, they got two bulletin points, and the rebirth. Now here's the third bulletin point. Now this qualifies me. Seeks to follow Jesus' teachings and producing love. No, that's not the one I'm looking for either. Believing that he died for your sins. Yeah, I believe all of that, but I don't believe in the, I don't want to be one of these Christians hounding people to come to Jesus. It's like, leave him alone. If the guy's an atheist, let him, that's fine, let him go. I wish I could find that. Ultimately, the Bible portrays Christianity not primarily as a label, religion, or ethnicity, but as a transformed relationship with God through Jesus. Through what I would change that to is with God through Christ consciousness, not the personal Jesus. One that changes how a person thinks, loves, and lives. Absolutely. And I feel great. Oh, you got money, Lex? Well, yeah. Why did I even print this out? Because it's when I was growing up, and I know there's some denominations that don't think Mormons are really Christians, or the Catholics are not Christians, they're Catholics. The Mormons are not Christians, they're Mormons. So, I don't know. I'm reading here. Anyway, that was a flop. Branch Davidians, yes. Somebody, yeah. Was it Mookie? I think it was Mookie. Seinfeld had who? Newman, and I got Mookie. Hello, Mookie. Let's put out a call to Mookie. I know how to contact him.
Aumuamua.
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 Aumuamua. There you go. Oh, I did grab some Playboy numbers, if so. If you get a little anxious, if I'm not doing a job, I'll just go to that. Back to my folder. So, yeah, I don't want to go there. Oh, there's a lot of controversy with the N-word. And I hooked up on the description. There's like 4 different YouTube channels. N-word clearly stated on every one of these videos. But you got to know the rules. And it was Chris Rock. If you're black, and I guess if you're Chris Rock, you can get away with it. He did a whole show on that topic. And that even blacks don't like the N-word. You know, they don't want them around. Now, Seinfeld was sitting there with Chris Rock and some other white comic who I know he's famous, but I've never seen anything he's done. And he's white, but he used the N-word. Now, he gets a pass. Why? Because he was with Chris Rock. And Chris Rock laughed at it, see? But the reality is anyone else, including me, if you just can't use it. Athletes can use it, the black athletes, anybody black can use it, but it's just not acceptable for any white to use the N-word. That's just the way it is. Well, it's a double standard, Lex. Well, it's reality. I already did the secret. I did some of my show on Morty's show, and you heard that secret weapon, right? It was some kind of sonic. I could read that to you again if you happen to miss it. Oh, what do we got? Say it. What did I tell you? Oh no, it's Mookie like Cookie. Are you the Mookie, the real deal Mookie? Maybe not. So I was out there picking up leaves and walking around, prepping the area till the termite guy got here. But it's done anyway, and I got the laundry done. I'm feeling pretty good, but I know I'm going to crash tonight. Yo, Mookie, are you the man that called me the Rainbow Branch Floridian? No, he said, no, wait a second. What did he call? Call me that, Davidians, right? The Texas cult. Oh, Branch Floridians. Well, I'm not running a cult, okay? There's no loyalty test. I'm just like everybody else. I wanted to know. If you really want to know, you can find out. It's not a faith. It's something more than that. As the sun sets, notice I pulled the succulents up against the house. What else have I got for you? It had a ring to it. Yeah, true. Oh, God. Let's see. I don't know why I research this stuff. I had another one on, I don't even want to say what it is. The monkey business. I haven't seen the monkey. No. The secret weapon. I read that to you, right? They had 20 guys, and they killed hundreds of people down there. The weapon, let's see. They had a survivor, one of the defenders there. I thought maybe it could have been an energy beam, but they didn't. Then they would have seen some kind of colored light, but it was described as a very intense sound wave. A sonic weapon. And what did he say? Oh, that's grok. I don't want grok. Oh, here, Mike Netter. Mike Netter. No, there's no cult. What do you mean vibes? There's no cult vibes. I have my own belief system. I'm not going to rely. I don't go to religion. They search for God by committee. I'm responsible for that, just like my fitness or my health or the termites or getting my yard done or my financing. I'm responsible. So if there's a God out there, if there's a power out there that put the universe together and put life on the planet, yeah, I would like to be in harmony with it. Yeah, I think you'll have a better life, of course. Oh, Ellie, I truly believe Christianity is about discipline and leadership. But that's just a label. I'm not interested in the label. I want to get to God. I keep my eye on the ball. I don't care what it says in Book of Revelation. I read the gospel. I read what Jesus said, but I was trained or alerted to a different way to look at it. Because what is literal is symbolic, and what is symbolic is literal, depending on the verse. Oh, look at this guy. Right up. I was out there picking up leaves, and I found a beautiful golf ball. The first one that was two-faced. Half was yellow, the other half was blue. Never had one of those. You don't want me to read you this again, do you? During the attack, they had maybe 8 helicopters come over and drones. There were very few, about 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a small number, about 20 men. But they were technology very advanced. They didn't look like anything we fought against before. It was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed, it seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds per minute. We couldn't do anything. Now, somebody scoff at that, and they go, oh, that's just, that's propaganda. Well, they took him out in handcuffs. They got him. It wasn't just weapons. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, felt my head was exploding from the inside. Maybe they microwaved him slightly. We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. So anyway, secret weapon. That's the whole point of it. A new weapon is on the scene. Oh, now the colors are looking good. I would have come on earlier, but I couldn't figure out my microphone. Well, no, I don't know what that means. John, watch. Up to the point where people shed accountability in lieu of this higher power. No, you're still accountable to the higher power. I think, I don't want to join any groups. I worship the God of my understanding. And that's, I think, what I'm judged on. Because I truly believe it. I don't believe I don't want to go to a church. Because I don't really learn anything there. It's just, you have relationships there, and but if you start asking questions, or they really don't want that kind of thing. Right, madman. Right. Now, Shroom's got a problem. He's got a big problem. God's will does not replace. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get a handle on this. God's will does not replace personal accountability. Personal accountability. No. You when you pray, you try to align yourself with God's will for you, which is the best for you. You're right? I mean, it's custom designed for you. It's not a cookie cutter for everybody. They try to make it into a cookie. Everybody got to have a family. You got to do this. No, you don't. It may not be your calling. You're always accountable. Now, if you have a strong experience with it, and then you deny that, I mean, you're held to a higher standard once you know. I think you get a pass when totally ignorant, but you still learn the hard way, but it's tough. Did I miss the notes? I got some playboard numbers. Yeah, but you don't want to connect with the lower powers, the people running around with lower consciousness. We have antenna. Yeah, we want to pick up the good vibes, the heavenly vibes, the higher consciousness. It's all consciousness, by the way. You start listening to these guys, these physicists talk about quantum mechanics. They don't know what's going on. There's really nothing there. But again, it's the easiest way to explain it. You're in God's consciousness right now. You have no power of your own. Do you? Do you think that? But it's just a term, God. But that throws a lot of people off. So I just believe what Jesus said. God is a spirit. Well, it's a spirit. It's nothing. But it's self-aware and it's all-powerful. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. That's all. I can go with that. Ignorance of others, I don't know what you mean by that. You're here to serve God. I'm here to serve God, not my mom, not my daddy, not my siblings, not my audience, not my employer. not my neighbor. Yeah, I love thy neighbor. Speaking of that. So I called the association. I sent him an email. And I said, hey, there's a mattress out here on the street. The renters moved out. Now, the word on the street, the owner said that they took the furniture with them or something. I don't know. But they put a mattress. I'm not holding the renters to that. I'm holding the owners of the home because they left a mattress out there. And then we're going to have all this rain coming. Can you imagine if that mattress soaks up all that water? It's going to be like you won't be able to lift it. So I sent them a nice email to the association to let them know, take care of it as soon as possible. And we'll get right on it. So I'm out there talking to the inspector. This was on Wednesday. And I hear, can you help us? I look over there, and they both were there holding the mattress up. And she has aged quite a bit. And I just don't say anything. How funny is that? I turn it in, and now I have to move it. So I go over there, and I push on it, and the guy lifts it up. It was really light. It was really a cheap mattress, really cheap. And got it in the garage, so everything worked out well. But I just thought that was funny, that I reported it, and then I had to move it. Really strange stuff with photons, with some of these fundamental particles, because if you're observing it, you have an impact on it. You're the observer. So it's conscious. There's something we don't understand at all, the very fundamentals of it. Oh, a madman, well, a photon does react to human observation. So I think, that's right. So I think there's some sort of godly refraction made in God's image, yes, to connect to God, getting very deep. But you don't have to understand all of it, just some of it. God's image, you're actually made in, that's one level, you're made in God's imagination, you're in God's imagination. But and you have the subconscious, you have God within you, so careful what you think, careful what you say out loud, because it will act upon it. Your attitude and your thoughts and your words create your experience here on this plane of existence. So I don't worry about the afterlife, whatever that is. And again, I've never prayed to Jesus in my life, including the Mormon Church, including now. And Jesus, I don't think Jesus said that. He was one with God, not God. He never claimed to be God. He was one with God, different. Did I snitch? No, I said it. Oh, God. Hang on. I got to take care of this character here. We don't need that in here. Go over to the Docs and Dr. Bob show, please. Time out. There we go. 24 hours. Now, who's harassing who? I'm not going to play along with him anymore. I thought he was just doing a bit, but he was so hateful towards me. I thought, you know what, this guy, I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I reported the mattress. Because I know if it would have picked up all that water, then nobody wants to pick it up. Lex, would you join me by battle? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not a gamer. Yea, words and intentions have vibrations, which binds everything. Good work, Lex. Well, God binds everything. You're going to have a better life the closer you are to God, or at least you're going in that direction. And it's a state of consciousness. So, and if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. Troll Dirt, yeah. I'm doing a mission here. What are you talking about, Dirt? It's tough to find, but I was very fortunate. First, I went through therapy, because what did Jesus say? You can't put new wine into old bottles. I was a very old bottle. I had to be, cleansed. I had to get my mind right. And then I found the appropriate venue, and I was sincere, and it was great. Listen, I had to boot him twice already. Put him in timeout. Who was that hateful? Who was hateful towards you, Docs? Who? Who was it? No, he's just. I'm not. I thought he was doing a bit. I would play along with a bit, but I'm no longer playing along. You know, go thy way. I forgive and, you know, bless him and he can go thy way. Of course. Of course. I want to say the name. Oh, beautiful colors. So I'm going to keep my hibiscus covered until Wednesday. Then I'll unwrap it. It will probably get another freeze in March or February or March. What else have I got for you? Let's see. You know what? I don't want you around here either. I'm going to put you in timeout too. I just don't. It's just, you're not funny. And this guy just had to jump on. When I go on a Morty's show, and then all of a sudden he shows up. So I get off. Let him do his thing. He leaves. I go back on. Then he comes back. I'm not there to talk to him, okay? I'm there to talk to Morty. And I really believe you can't not have a conversation in a panel. It's a competition, and and I'm not there to have somebody troll me. Just, you know, because that's all he wants to do, like he does here on the chats. It's just a trolling thing. It's like being in. Not even junior high, it's like being in grade school. The kid next to you wants to keep breaking your pencil, you know. Well, I'm not worried about being closer to other people, okay? Because if you are closer to God, you're closer to all. And some people, they're at war with God. They're not at war with me. I mean, I don't care if they're gay or whatever. They have a problem. I don't. But there's some people you gotta avoid. So true, the closer you are to God, the closer you are to everything. Just stop right there. Communication. No, you got to start listening. Stop talking. You got to start listening to God, not talking. Do you have a watch, Docs? Yeah, I have my Citizen Orca on right here. I got my wonderful blue checkered flannel pajamas on. I turned the heat down to 66. And I got a white t-shirt and kind of a long sleeve shirt over that white with my Casio Orca. Was he ever funny? The one, when he first was there, when he appeared, I mean, I was watching it. We were all curious who his executive producer was. And when he named me, I laughed out loud. I thought that was so funny. Uh-oh, Pavel. Well, I'm talking to people. Well, Dirk doesn't want to talk. He wants to troll. I'm not interested in that. And the other guy, he doesn't want to talk. He just wants to do his version of trolling. I'm just not even going to bother. That's not a conversation. Docs and JAX are a lot alike. They particularly refusing to talk to people. I talked to Morty for quite a while. You know, I got on there first and got him all revved up, and he did 10 hours. Oh my God, that's too long. Good ribs though. A.D. Never Calling Slurmsy is becoming more slimesy. No, I just thought it was kind of, it really was, I don't know if it was shocking. It was like, really? I thought that this is just a different level. And if he's going to accuse me of all these things, I don't think it's funny. So, again, he shows up over here. I don't want him over here. He can go to JAX and Dr. Bob, give them a hard time. A nice thumbnail. I see you're embracing the boomer moniker. Well, let's go to that thumbnail. Now that you say that. Where is the thumbnail? Oh, there it is. And we got some piped-in music, don't we? Where's the piped-in music? Where's the boomer music? That mountain range is the Wasatch Front, northern Utah. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. I cleaned it up. Looks good. I think. We may have to go to this kind of for the rest of the show until once that sun goes down. Yeah, or to be in the comedic, just to go after somebody. Got something to say? Well, if you even had a bit to do, come in and do it and leave. But just to hang out and your act is commenting on everybody else. I mean, you can make observations in that, but they don't want to do that. It's just a trolling thing. You're right, Docs. It's a fight for the microphone. Makes no sense. I don't. What kind of watch is that? An Arnie? I looked that up. An Arnie watch? What's an Arnie? I got to go to Grok for that. Oh, it's a nickname for a specific Seiko dive watch. I'm officially the model Seiko H558-5009 from the 1980s. It's a Seiko Prospect. Oh, okay. The name comes from Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Arnie, Commando, 1985, Predator, 1987. Oh, because he wore it, Schwarzenegger wore it, the original Seiko H558 model, H558 model, prominently in several 1980 action films, most notably. Okay. I like the modern stuff, really. And there it is, Rich Mitch. My friend is getting himself an Arnie tomorrow for his birthday. Bateman, I don't need his promises to be nice. I'm not interested in that. Just stay away from me. Dirk said he'd be nice, and you never gave. No, I know too much about him. Not interested. And besides, it's Morty's show. What I didn't like, Morty keeps having, he knows I don't do panels. He finally said, okay, I'll announce next time before I just throw them on there. 48 mil. Arnie's, oh, look who just woke up. Morty's here. 10-hour stream, ladies and gentlemen. 10-hour stream for Morty. Good morning. Well, it's actually afternoon there, isn't it? Do you really? That's funny. I wish we had a Wawa in Melbourne. I didn't go up there this morning. Very cold. Don't area, parking lot area. I even shaved. 80 never calling. Docs talked to me just fine, man to man, out in the Wawa parking lot. Oh, back to the Arnie, the Seiko Arnie. It's an absolute unit, Patrick. Mate, I couldn't wear it He's half my size. This same friend got a Rick James tattoo today. How old is he? It says, "Give it to me, baby." Ooh, a little controversy there. A little controversy there. Mark the Shark. Dr. Bob does better notes than JAX. Uh-oh. Maybe he's the real Chevy Chase. I never liked Chevy Chase. I didn't like that other guy who did, he rang the cowbell bell on Saturday Night Live. For some reason, I will not watch him on an interview. I have never seen one of his films. I have seen nothing with this guy. Old man, hey, you're 60. What are you old? What do you mean, old man? You're there. And franchise clubs, not advertising, only account I can use, old man. I have upvoted. That behavior is disrespectful for the Diner Theater. Well, thank you. Oh, speaking of snowboarding, Rufus, you know, they say it may snow Sunday, Tallahassee. That's way north here, North Florida. In my snowboarding days, I never got to ride Utah. Always wanted to. I did a little skiing. I never got as good as my buddy, but hey, man, he would do some crazy shit. And I thought he would do some of these jumps, and I'm amazed he didn't break his neck or his back or his legs. And then he did some hang gliding, but he wasn't really that good. And he took a fall, but he just kind of was never the same since. You know, it was like, what do you got to prove on that? I would never do a jump. Oh, my God. Look at this, the Bateman. Yeah, Seiko Arnie's a great watch. I got one for my pops. Really? Well, I hope it's for the good. I don't know really how I'm influencing him, but you know, I'm just being straight with him. That's all, and respectful, and I don't know. I just didn't like the way Watch Nicholas treated him, and then took away the thing, and I gave him the show over here, but it really tickles me that Watch Nicholas is begging to get on the show. I mean, that's funny. That's pretty funny. Your influence on JAX is noticeable. I hope for the better. Quartet singing? I can't sing. Loose Tooth, who would be in the Archieverse Barbershop Quartet? Dox, Morty, A.D., Never Call. Oh, no, I have nothing to do with the other guy, the last guy you got there. No. Ellie, to be able to make light of oneself gives thee the ability to understand humor. Humor, I don't know. If you have self-deprecating humor about yourself, everybody's going to laugh about that. That's always funny. Didn't he pass away, Rick James? A.D. Never Calling, Rick James, Buffalo, New York's own. I guess I'm going to have to throw out my... I can't show that. Oh, I do have some clips, though. They're political, but, I'll lose some of you. I know that. Rich Mitch. I wanted him to get it to say, I'm Rick James, bitch. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, but it's his body. I did that with JAX, with 3. But JAX didn't hardly talk. But a panel with trolls, known trolls, I'm not interested. Or if they want to talk politics and they didn't vote, I'm not interested. Or they don't believe that man landed on the moon, I have nothing to talk to them about. To me, that's an automatic disqualifier. Straight, let's see, what is that? I retract. Pavel. Well, I don't know I don't know anything about his relationship with his parents. I have no idea what it is. A 4D chess. Well, I just gave him a channel is all. John Swatch, Docs hosting JAX is truly 4D chess. No, I'm not playing any games. I just, here's your channel. You get to run it, but there's certain things, no music, no clips. And if I have a problem, I'm not going to go publicly with it. I did think about doing that, but then it shouldn't be made into content. So I just sent him a text, and he took care of it. So. Politics are trending in the fishbowl. All right, that's a good spot. Let's go to clip number 1. Where's clip number 1? Here we go. Hype. Now this is dumb. This is Iran. Hypersonic missiles. And I had to take the music out of it. But they're showing this on television or something, or they're you don't want to do that. Why would you do that? That's a dumb move. You're just asking to get hammered again. Look what we got. Look what we're going to use, and we're targeting it, on the Israeli bases and everything. It's just like, man, just a bad move. Very bad move. All right, let's. I guess that's Tehran, but they're on mobile launchers. Let's go to the lovely press secretary, Carolyn Levitt. Some leftist hack tried to go up against her, and he paid the price.
Everything correctly. 32 people died in ICE custody last year. 170 U.S. citizens were detained by ICE, and Renee Good was shot in the head and killed by an ICE agent. How does that equate to them doing everything correctly?
Why was Renee Good unfortunately and tragically killed?
Are you asking me my opinion? Because an ICE agent acted recklessly and killed her unjustifiably.
Oh, okay. So you're a biased reporter with a left-wing opinion.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, because you're a left-wing hack. You're not a reporter. You're posing in this room as a journalist, and it's so clear by the premise of your question. And you and the people in the media who have such biases but fake like you're a journalist, you shouldn't even be sitting in that seat. But you're pretending like you're a journalist, but you're a left-wing activist. And the question that you just raised and your answer proves your bias. You should be reporting on the facts. You should be reporting on the cases. Do you have the numbers of how many American citizens were killed at the hands of illegal aliens who ICE is trying to remove from this country? I bet you don't. I bet you didn't even read up on those stories. I bet you never even read about Laken Riley or Jocelyn Nungray or all of the innocent Americans who were killed at the hands of illegal aliens in this country. And the brave men and women of ICE are doing everything in their power to remove those heinous individuals and make our communities safer. And shame on people like you in the media who have a crooked view and have a biased view and pretend like you're a real honest journalist.
Oh, we love that girl. And if Minnesota doesn't get their act together.
So President Trump is responding this morning. A short while ago, he warned that he may use the Insurrection Act here in Minnesota. Also, President Trump posted on Truth Social that a federal judge, a Biden appointee, has ruled in favor of the Trump administration for now and will allow the ICE immigrations to continue here in Minneapolis and Minnesota. Back to you guys in New York.
Thank you, Matt. Nice to see you. Matt Finn there, keeping warm in Minneapolis. Jonathan Fay, he's the former acting ICE director. Sir, welcome back here. How does this end?
Thank you.
Or does it anytime soon?
It seems like what President Trump posted today about invoking the Insurrection Act seems to be the way this is going, and that's the way it will end. And just to invoke the Insurrection Act, he just has to make a determination that is impractical to enforce federal law because of the obstructionist activities. And I think that's apparent just by the reporting you just had. And you have people like Tim Walz, the irony of him saying they don't want chaos when he is seemingly doing everything he can to sow chaos, to cause division, to encourage people to subvert ICE in their mission. It's really shameful, but I think we're going down the road of the Insurrection Act because Governor Walz is not going to step up to his responsibility and get his streets safe so ICE can do their job. And remember, ICE is enacting the laws passed by Congress. They're not enforcing them. They are doing something inherently democratic, and Tim Walz and Jacob Frey and others are trying to prevent that. So it seems like only one road to go at this point for President Trump, and I think he's on to this, that we need this to stop, and immigration enforcement is going to continue.
Oh, why do these politicians let that go on? Well, it takes the eye off of them, but people keep their eye on the ball. Two more very short clips, and then we'll get to the comments. Minnesota AG Keith Ellison is being discussed.
That's part of following the money. There are evidently some disturbing tapes of A.G. Ellison in meetings with people who donated to him, them calling for political favors to stop the investigations. So we'll see. But again, I don't want to get out ahead of the investigations. It's going to be very methodical. And Chris, I can guarantee you, when the bear trap snaps, we're going to get these folks. And again, we're going to follow the money, whether it's over the two counties here, in Minneapolis, St. Paul's, or whether it's to East Africa. And there's tons of luxury properties, cars that have been bought over there. And how the hell did this happen? How did it happen? Like, President Trump is outraged. I'm outraged. The American people should be outraged.
Yeah, well, it's just pay to play. It's just how politics are done. Final clip, sanctuary cities. Now, this is going to shake them up.
Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities, because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payment to anybody that supports sanctuary cities.
Good for you. All right, comments. Yeah, let's see the grass. Let's see. 40 chess, politics. That's all it took. The grass is on the brown side. It is. Well, it's wintertime. The cold kills the St. Augustine stuff. Now, the golf course will come out and start painting here pretty soon. They do paint the course, because I saw it. Simple Minds over there, says AD never calling. Well, I'm sure it's happened before. It's not very common. Snow in North Florida. Crazy. This cold weather kept me from running a boat from South Petersburg. Too damn cold. You better be careful running boats around South Florida. Madman, she's good. Docs, your clip game is on point. Well, thank you. Docs, you should seek a Sox Food sponsorship. I already got a Wawa sponsorship. Where's my Wawa cup? I got a cup here somewhere. Wawa. There it is. There it is, right there. Well, the numbers are not good. The Playboard numbers are not good for one known as Archibald III. A man once was a luxury kingpin, and then he hit rock bottom. Had to sell his BMW, sell his precious magical watches. Divorce is coming, looming. And he only knows one thing to do. He's got to replace the wife. This is common knowledge. He's going over to the... Well, yeah, they do paint it. They do paint it. They paint the grass. What is it? The rain. Well, it rains. It doesn't matter. It still goes brown. But they use some. They use a coloring on it. I've seen it. Let's go to, so he's overseas, trying to find the right woman. And so it's you won't find her in the diner. Oh, Playboard, Friday, January, yesterday, AC3 Live, $21. Ooh, that's bad. Horology Dungeon, 0. Last 7 days, AC3 Live, 709. That's dropping. Horology Dungeon, 33. Last 30 days, $3,588. Horology Dungeon, $803. Lifetime, $666,794. Can you imagine? And plus the $77,000 over there, got nothing to show for it. I mean, how's that possible? I wish maybe he'll come up. There he is. Can you explain yourself, Mr. Archibald, the Beast of Brisbane? How is that possible? How is that possible?
I got to tell you, Easy, I've got to restructure my life. I've made a few bad choices.
I would say.
It doesn't matter about savings because I got spendings.
Yeah, that's all he knows how to do. He doesn't save a penny. All he does is the spending. What about that new wife?
Yeah, I've got a divorce coming through. I'm maybe getting divorced by then, so you can help me find a new wife. Have a great. I'm ready to go to NAM. I really want to go there. I've got a few leads myself. I do have some leads. Do you reckon I should be wasting my time with them, or your leads are better leads? I want to ask you that. I got to tell you something. I really didn't have a good time in Thailand.
Okay.
Maybe it's my mental attitude. Maybe it's my own fault. You know what I'm saying?
What was the main concern that you had? Cost of living, or?
Well, I couldn't find anyone who had any money. They're all broke. They're broke, Luxy Poo.
They're broke like you. You're hustling them and they're hustling you. That's the game.
I'm no longer making the big bucks. The average salary in Australia is 70,000. I'm making half of the average salary. That's poverty.
I'll kick you out of here. Look at this. Curly's doing all the talking over here. He just will be on the stream with me. He's just going to do all the talking here. But, at least you're doing something. Let's see. For a no-show job, it's a pretty good trade-off. I don't know if Bateman can pull in the bucks, though. We'll see. I mean, Archie's coming back tonight. He's going to be streaming from China. We'll have to check. I wonder if he's going to be in Mrs. Lai's son's bedroom also. Ouch. Ouch is right. Can you imagine the poor women over there? This guy's. Oh, yeah, that's probably good. Big Daddy Rat. He's a millionaire. Please. He's a hustler. He stated the marital assets are 12. Oh, please. Well, when he says assets, he really combines his debt. He thinks the mortgage is an asset. He says the house keeps going up. Okay, but he doesn't have any revenue coming in, really, to speak of. And I was had a neighbor down the street. He kept asking me about the housing. Oh, the house is going up and up. And he was taking out money all the time. And then, of course, it kind of fell, and he had to leave. So... No, the only thing he's got going for himself is Daddy. Daddy's going to leave him some money. But I think his daddy, hopefully, the other kids have talked to his dad and say, hey, you cannot, it'll be gone. It'll be gone in 2 months, 2.5 months. Pavel, he stated that marital assets are $1.2 million. Going to be a frugal retirement at 53 with 600,000 K. It's up to the divorce attorney. I don't know what he's going to get or what he has to pay off. I have no idea. It was funny to listen to him to talk to Jake, the yuppie. And Jake repeatedly asked him, what about your savings? Archie wouldn't field the question. He doesn't say. He just told you he's a spender. He doesn't save anything. That's not what he does. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by. House equity plus investment product, wife's super. Yeah, I don't know how they do it in Australia. the super. But if you're getting divorced, it must be similar to Australia, to the United States, the assets and the debts. I don't know how much debt he's leaving behind. I don't know how they're going to divvy it out. House equity plus investment property equity. Okay. Don't know what he's going to get. Dr. Bob. Speaking of Dr. Bob. Yeah, well, he is really the house husband. That's true in a lot of ways. He just plays around on YouTube. And Dr. Bob Archie's counting all his alimony before it's hatched. And Curly loves you, Dr. Bob. He loves your show. You got your own channel? Dr. Bob, I know you work a couple of jobs. You watch Nicholas, you're on Curly's, and you do it with JAX. And Mark is here. I hope to see content on your own channel, Dr. Bob. You're a lead man. He's a host. Can he handle his own show? Ellie, any money in his wife's superannuation? Possibly. You know, that'd be a good thing to ask Grok. Hang on. What is a Australian annuation? And what is it? Superannuation. Superannuation or something like that. Let Grok figure it out. It's commonly just called the super, Australian super. It's Australia's main retirement savings system, like our Social Security payments, I guess. Okay. Grok is commenting on my poor spelling, and it's a common misspelling. Let's see. It's a compulsory savings scheme designed to help people build a nest egg. Oh, Archie with a nest egg? Forget about it. He's going to break those eggs. He's going to scramble those eggs as soon as he gets them. He just will put a quart of ice cream, like trying to save a quart of ice cream in the freezer. It ain't going to make it. So they're less reliant on the government pension in old age. Oh. Employers must contribute, but he's not employed. Google's not going to put into that. Under the super, your employer is legally required to pay a percentage of your ordinary savings into a super fund for you. Is it truly in your name? You know, this rate is 12% of your salary. Oh, they're forcing you to save. Okay. The money goes into a super fund. Uh-oh. So it doesn't have your name on it. A super fund, a long-term investment account managed by professional funds. Australian Super, Australian Retirement Trust, Host Plus. The money is invested in shares, property, bonds to grow over time. I had to call Fidelity because I got to take my required minimum distributions out. And this guy at the fitness center, he's an expert, but he's telling me I could get some short-term T-bills or something. So Fidelity has a core asset. So when I do sell from the rollover, it'll go right to that. So I don't want their banking system. So I'll have to check into that. And the other one is what does Vanguard have? They call it a reinvestment file or something. When I sell, it'll go to that. But they're basically the same thing. Back to this Australia Super, you generally can't access it until retirement. Preservation age is usually 60. You think Archie's going to make it to 60? I don't know. Depending on when you were born. There are some limited early, okay, tax advantages, blah, 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 extra card, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to help this guy. You can't help him. Well, you should get a channel. Mark, we all have our own channel if we're in the chat. Well, it's like a bulletin board. It's a non-profit public broadcast. Oh, that's like the DOXXreport. A non-profit, so you're not going to give out your PayPal account? I'd like to see the judge. I'd like to see the face on the lady judge when Archie says that. When his attorney demands, oh, I wish he'd represent himself. Now that would be great YouTube content. Have Archie represent himself in divorce court. I think what's going to happen is her attorney's going to hand over a few YouTube programs to her to enjoy. And he'll plead no contest. DOXXreport gets a divorce. His wife will owe him alimony. I doubt it. He may say that, but you can't believe anything he says. Aussie Super made your check goes to grow the fund. Well, Grok said 12%, but I understand. Aussie Super mandates 10% per check goes to government-run retirement plan. Like a 401k, but no choice in participation. Well, but it's not even in your name. So this is more like Social Security payments. My 401ks are in my name, and they're the rollovers. So when I left my job, I rolled over, and that's what they call it. You take your 401k, and I put it into, I split it up. I got a rollover in Fidelity and one in Vanguard. 10% out of every check for life, mandatory, no opt-out. Right. But you get to collect at the end of it if you live, right? You get to get a payout of some kind. John Swatch, now 12%? Jeez. I thought you were leaving. I thought you were bored. Curly, what are you... Not looking good this morning. Oh, he showed up this morning? Morning show? Oh, that never makes anything. Guess it's closer to our Social Security, not 401k. Yeah, that's what I would say. Ellie, I don't know how old his wife is. I'm sure she is aged prematurely, spending years with him. Docs, did you just invite me on your panel? You? No. Did I say that? I misspoke. I said you're treating the chat like your own panel, where you're taking over the chat. But hey, you're participating, so thank you. Oh, I gotta go see Archie here. Let's see. Do I have any? Now this one guy, Dan Bongino. He's back to I think he got in there, to make a difference. He didn't want to, he jumped back out. He wants the easy life. He wants to be back in the entertainment business. He doesn't want to go back into, can you imagine all the work you have to be doing in there, in the administration? So I don't think, he's going to have a hard road to hoe. It's like, I never watched the show anyway. I know there's a couple guys at one guy in the fitness center. He'll watch all these peripheral stuff, but I never do. Dan Bongino is back. Yeah, but what happened? You got an appointment in the White House, and unless I missed, he doesn't want to do the work. He wants to go the entertainment route. Boy, you got a relationship with food, man. I mean, and I was thinking about that. Not to pick on you, but I mean, there was a woman behind me had her stomach stapled, and it's like, that's a. And then these new diet pills. Have you looked at all the side effects and possible risks? And all you have to do is get some exercise. That's really all you have to do. Get out and find something. You don't have to do what I do. Just find something. And but you have to put some effort into it and go for a good hard walk, but just to think, I'll take a tablet. Oh, staple my stomach, then I can eat all I want. No, you can't. That's the only thing I know. It works for me to curb the appetite. Okay, so it's on right now? Okay, I get you. All right, so let me, I got too many tabs open. Oh, before we go there, And I don't know if you've heard this. Let me share a screen. Oh, look how dark it is out there. Oh, my God. Let's go back into the diner. This is terrible. Look how dark it got. It's 6:15. That's a light in the lanai. I have a little carpet light or whatever. I let it run all night. Okay, what am I doing? Let's go back. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's share screen. I think this is very interesting. He finally got it. He finally got his Nobel Peace Prize. This is so cool. In the White House there, and she is the Nobel winner. She donated her Nobel Prize to none other than Donald J. Trump, the president. Let's read it together. To President Donald Trump, in gratitude for your extraordinary leadership promoting peace through strength, advancing diplomacy, and defending liberty and prosperity. You don't hear the left about defending your prosperity, do they? They don't want you to be any prosperity. Just ask the Canadians. 30 million, approximately 30 million Venezuelans. The 2025 Nobel Peace Prize medal awarded to Maria Corina Machado presented a personal symbol of gratitude. No, she's giving her Nobel Peace Prize to Donald Trump, President Trump. Presented as a personal symbol of gratitude. Can you see this? I think you can. Yeah, you can. Personal symbol of gratitude on behalf of the Venezuelan people. Boy, global corporate media, they don't like this. In recognition of President Trump's principled and decisive action to secure a free Venezuela, the courage of America and its President Donald J. Trump will never be forgotten by the Venezuelan people. Maria Corina Machado, Washington, D.C., January 15, 2025. Beautiful, cute, thank you. What a wonderful lady. Oh, he likes that. He got his Nobel Prize. That's great. Congratulations, Mr. President. Back to the diner. Well, I don't know about that. Mega value customer. Exercise is a bad joke. Stop eating. Well, I get hunger pains. When I took that long weekend over Christmas, I was full and I was still getting hunger pains. You're going to eat if you have hunger pains. But I realized when I exercise, it's like having a meal. So you're mobilizing your glycogen or whatever from the liver, and with plus my stimulant, the coffee, you eat less, drop the weight. And start fasting. Well, but that's like a yo-yo. You're going to fast and lose weight, and then you're going to put it back on. You know. Listen, I don't know what you look like. I don't know if you're obese, mega value, or you Ellie, but you got to find what works for you. It's your intake of calories. Well, that too, of course. You know. Not so much exercise. Well, I'm telling you, the only people that I've worked, many years with a large population of employees. We see each other. There's always somebody that comes up with a new diet. They lose all the weight and they put it right back on. The only ones that ever keep it off, they're exercising. If you enjoy it, I'm a batch. I just heat and eat. I got some potatoes out there I got to cook tomorrow. I got to get those in the crock pot and get those cooked up. And I'm just not, I heat. I got some, I went to Publix and I got some spaghetti and meatball. Having the time to cook your own meals is a great luxury. If you enjoy cooking, I don't. I don't know how old he is really. And I don't believe in those age classifications anyway. What they're really saying is you're an older person. When they say boomer, you're an old, you're a senior. That's all. And you know what? Those same people are going to be seniors someday too. Do you consider JAX an honorary boomer? No, I consider him a valuable asset to CFN Global. Regifting an award is oh, he didn't like that. Curly didn't like that. I think it was a beautiful thing that she did. Leadership, discipline, diligence, viva la Trump, Presidente Trump. And they're celebrating. You won't see the leftists celebrating. You won't see the liberals in Canada celebrating. Oh, but. Well, that's true. What did he? Yeah, first black president. That's the only reason. The only reason. Obama just got one for getting voted in. We missed the peso Canada. Yeah, he's taking a long vacation. He's taking a long vacation. Maybe he catches the shows on the replay. We missed the peso Canada. GD. He was deeply disrespected by the beach ball. Oh, did he put it right back on? Yeah, he was going to run a marathon. That's just a stunt. Don't run. If you've never been a runner, don't run a half a marathon. No, just start walking on a regular basis. See, that's discipline, though. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to do some stunt. If you think fasting works, check Timmy's stream. Are you telling me he lost the weight? I'll do that. I did check the bankruptcy courts in New York. I didn't find him. You're fasting while you're exercising. Yeah, but the hunger pains are gone. You're feasting. When you're exercising, you're feasting. And my gut is gone, and I'm doing the crunches and the leg raises, and I'm glad to get out of there, but I get it done. Curly cries out, "Justice for the peso cannon." You're fasting while you're exercising in the gym. No, you're feasting. Jax is 54? I didn't know he was that old. No, you're kidding me. Really? Jax is 54? I didn't know he was that old. Really? Oh, God. Mike the Snake. Curly says Mike the Snake's diet starts tomorrow. Oh... We're going to get to hear about that. I can't listen to him. I don't think that's true. You never lose weight until you stop eating for a few days. You'll find your appetite is adjusted, and I just kind of, I don't sit down. Once in a while I have one big meal a day, but I just kind of, if I get really hungry before bed, I'll eat a little something, but you push the water, and you know what works. I have at my age a 4-day at the fitness center. Works for me. Just find something that works for you. Breaking news, Dr. Bob. The peso cannon is back, but he has a new name now. I forgot what it is. Let me go find what's his name. The man-child. Oh, he looks so happy with that Nobel Prize. That's a beautiful gift. Very beautiful. And you know what name they're chanting over in Iran, don't you? They're not chanting for the EU. You know who they're chanting for. Trump, Trump, Trump. Okay, do I dare look? Let me turn the sound off. Oh, Jake the Yuppie's over there. And you got Chief Tit, and you got Goldberg, and there's Archie. Oh, he doesn't look too happy. He looks pretty worried. He's having a drink there. Now, I got a message here. Okay, you know what? I smell a clip here somewhere. There's got to be. Look on my X, because I'm. There's going to be a clip in this somewhere. Check out my X account. I'll find it. I'll get it. What stream? Who, Archie? You just told me Archie's stream. Hey, wait a second. This is, let me get the proper, Jax is making a comment in the stream. He's going after Mark the Shark. And this is the reaction. What did I do with the reaction? Oh!
Ho! Oh! 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 Oh!
Betting on a lose to Nick. The new JAX City. Hey, Mark, get effed. Why don't keep betting on a loser and run back to Nikki? Sad. I'm 45, AO. Uh-oh. What else you got to say?
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Oh!
Ho! Oh! 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 Oh!
Timmy has blown up. He also swears by fasting. He's blown up. I guess I got to get a clip of that. When he said he was going to run a half a marathon, I said, no, you can get hurt that way. You know, like Jamie was going to run a marathon. No. You know, you don't have the body build for it. He's a note taker. He's a big time note taker. Jax, you know, he says yes. You don't see wrong. You aren't eating. I was born in the 80s, Docs. Really? I was driving a bus in the 80s. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm 72 in March. It's like, wow. I remember my grandfather, and he was pretty frail. And so when I look in the mirror, and I face the mirror when I do the bicep curls. I'm sitting down. One of the few times I'm looking directly in the mirror. Okay, and I think once in a while I think, this is for you, Granddad. You know, I'm on the golf course, Granddad. I'm sure he was worried about me. Probably thought I'd never make it. You're in the gym. You're not eating. You're in the gym. No, but you are eating. Your body doesn't. When it needs the energy, I think it's the liver. It mobilizes the glycol. So you are getting. The muscles eat what? Sugar. And if you don't, they're going to get it one way or another. And it does. Listen, I leave here hungry, and I go over there and I work out, and I'm fine. Then I hit Wawa and get a $5 meal deal. Lavishly, oh, that's kind of mean. Lavishly fat. Happy Friday, everyone except Jamie and Dodger. Franchise Club says shalom. Lavishly, shalom. UNC discipline deliveries, delightful. Okay, Timmy's yo-yo fasting is dangerous. Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to. He's trying to get along with a wife or something. I don't know. Or like he knows. Oh, then he says, hey, you know, email me or super chat me. I'll tell you how to do it. They're like, please. No, Docs. Specifically, I was born in 1980, December. I was driving a bus I went to Greyhound driving school 1979. I think I was 25. New Jack City. Okay, honey. Mark, don't you have some shitty stocks to trade? Oh, is Mark the big trader? Daytime trader, day trader? Are you the one that was, Mark, are you telling me you were the investment advisor to Watch Nicholas? I don't think he's very happy about it. Do I have anything else? Because I'm gonna clean out the folders. I had one topic I don't even want to mention. And I went over the monkey business, a secret weapon. I played you some clips. Do me a favor. Tell me if you can hear this. Anybody hear that? Oh, you can hear that? Okay. JAX in the chat. Lie with dogs gonna get flea. I don't have a problem with JAX. Morty's here. He's not. Oh, what is? That's some kind of expression. No. Lavishing fat. Can't we all just roll around shirtless on a beach with each other? Come on, guys. Well, just civility now. Civility now. You're online. You know, just like a party line back in the day when they had phone lines. Yes, Docs, I lose millions every day. He's a big-time day something. I don't know if a trader's the word to use. Says New Jack City. He's a... let me give this one some credit. Hang on. He's a big-time day something. I don't know if trader is the right word to use. Okay, good. You did hear it, Timmy's. But for some reason, because when I set up that phone to do the shot of outside, oh, you should see it now. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Dark. Hang on. Well, and guess what? Don't know if we can get it back. There we go. Timmy music, good. You can hear it. John, where are the dogs? Docs, the chat. We're the dogs, Docs, the chat. You're the dogs? Call yourself dogs? What, to allow women to vote? Well, okay. What are you going to do about it? It's too late now. Mega Value Shopper, the 19th Amendment will crush docs. No. Women, they can be... I'll stop right there. I'll stop right there. Okay, let's go over to more. I wonder if I can send him. You guys want to? No, you don't want to go over there. I'll send you over there if you want to go over there. But I did an hour and a half. What is going on? Hang on. Oh, Tanzil's over there. He's not super chatting like he used to. Oh, there's got to be a clip in here somewhere. I met with this lady and she wouldn't even sit down with me. Oh, there's some terrible comments in here. Let's see, I'll need to tune into we'll do that. It's, I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's 3:15 in the morning, Eastern time. I'll need to tune into the JAX and Dr. Bob show later today to see if I can get some solid recommendations on Chinese electric vehicles. Oh, I can't put that up there, Dr. Bob. I can't put that up there. Oh, Mark. Well, just for you, I'll do it again. Just for you. Here you go. And I'll even give you the cult leader. There he is. You want it again? There it is. A lot of money. Your money wasted. It's all gone. It's all gone. And he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's funny. Let's listen.
I'm no longer making the big bucks. The average salary in Australia is 70,000. I'm making half of the average salary. That's poverty. It doesn't matter about savings because I got spendings. I got to tell you something. I really didn't have a good time in Thailand.
Okay.
Maybe it's my mental attitude. Maybe it's my own fault. You know what I'm saying?
What was the main concern that you had? Cost of living or?
Well, I couldn't find anyone who had any money. They're all broke. They're broke, Luxy Poo.
Oh, man.
Have a great. I'm ready to go to Nam. I really want to go there. I've got a few leads myself. I do have some leads. Do you reckon I should wasting my time with them, or your leads are better leads? I want to ask you that. Yeah, I've got a divorce coming through. I'm maybe getting divorced by then, so you can help me find a new wife. I got to tell you, you see, I've got to restructure my life. I've made a few bad choices.
Restructure. You mean change what you've been doing? I don't know if you're capable of change. I really don't. I don't want that. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I don't buy into that either. Like that's some biblical 666. I don't even bother with that. Termites. What does he got to show for it? Termites. Over $500,000. What does he have to show? It's all gone. All of it. Now, those are gross numbers, but still, didn't save any of it. Still has a mortgage. He has 2 mortgages. He bought that rental property or investment property when what? When he was riding the wave of the A-team, JJ, Timmy, and Marco Ferrante. That's when he could throw them the keys and pull in what? $5,000 a week or $10,000 a week or whatever it was. The beast, the Brisbane with the horns. Okay, I didn't understand that either. It's very easy, very simple to understand. Mark the Shark, why would anyone send any panel host anything? Make it make sense, Docs. They want to be part of the show. Like watching television. You couldn't be a part of Gilligan's Island or Batman or any of that stuff, but the Archie show, yeah, you put a super chat up there and he'll read it for you. They're for $2. I understand those doing $1.99 and $2. You're part of the show. You're part of the permanent record until, something happens and they erase everything. So they're memorialized. Now, the heavy donors, that's something else going on. That I can't make sense of. Well, it's really not up to him. It's not up to him. Now Archie's saying he's not getting a divorce. Hard to know the truth with that one. Well, that's true. So Mark, you're saying Curly. Well, if you want to support behind the scenes, so Mark, you're saying Curly doesn't deserve to get sent anything, or your F-buddy Nikki, you seem to hear all the time for someone who doesn't deserve them. PayPal bullet boy now, said Dr. Bob. This isn't that serious. Really? Is that what you want? JAX, how much would one need to PayPal for to you for a signed pair of knickers, metaphysically speaking, of course? I don't even want to put that up there, Dr. Bob. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 hour, 73 minutes. Maybe just to harass the 9-year-old, maybe I should send you over there. Would you like to go over there? Because I'll bet there's a clip over there to be had. I don't know. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see. I will copy that. If you do go over there, because Tan's watching and he's super chatting, and he say the CFN Global sent me over here, if you wouldn't mind. So let me copy that. See if I can do this. YouTube and your channel. Manage videos. Live. I'm going to pick that one. Termite A-Go-Go. And we're going to edit. He may not let me. So here we go. Redirect, add. All right, search your videos. No, search other channels, okay? Paste. There it is. Okay, save. Okay. Yes, you came from the diner and you enjoyed a pleasant evening at the diner for 1 hour and 30 minutes with CFN Global, if you wouldn't mind. Can't do that. Let's see. Okay. I agree with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you out of here. And be sure to say hello to Tanzil for me. Give you some music on the way out. There's not going to be any clip. So where's the music? Turn it down. Here we go. Hang in there.